to order. I'd like to get a pledge from Miss Sherry Digman.
Attention, salute, pledge.
Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everyone to our board meeting. Thank you guys so much for taking out your time.
I would also like to welcome everyone. It's wonderful to see your faces on this Thursday afternoon, and happy early 4th of July. I hope you have a great week celebrating next week as well, but thank you for supporting our school.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Informational items.
At this time, we will ask Ms. Cindy Wilson to come forward. We don't have a vote, no. Okay. But you may take it wherever you're comfortable. Maybe
Now you have a table right here. Okay, this would be perfect. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, I will. Yeah, good.
I think I'll be able to hear her. No, wait, let me hang on, Cindy, hang on 2 seconds. This is for our live streaming. Okay, let me just put this.
Okay, good. All right, well, good afternoon, and thank y'all for having us. I'm here in accordance with the provisions of Act Number 2006-196, which is commonly referred to as the School Fiscal Accountability Act, and I'm here on behalf of the State of Alabama Department of Examiners, Escambia County Board of Education, covering the period of October 1st, 2022 through September 30th, 2023. We conducted our audit in accordance with generally accepted auditing standards and government auditing standards for the purpose of rendering an opinion on the financial statements and to determine whether the board complied with applicable laws and regulations. We also conducted an audit of the board's federal financial assistance programs in accordance with those same standards and the Title II U.S. Code of Federal Regulations, Part 200, which is also known as the Uniform Guidance. We issued an unmodified opinion on the governmental activities, special revenue fund, and the aggregate remaining fund information as of and for the period ended September 30th, 2023. We issued a qualified opinion on the general fund of the board's financial statements for the same period. This means that with the exception of the matters giving rise to principles. In addition, we issued an unmodified opinion on the board's on the following major financial assistance programs. The Title I program and the Special Education Cluster. We issued a qualified opinion on the board's major federal financial assistance program, the COVID-19 Education Stabilization Fund, based on the board's noncompliance with equipment for W.S. Neal High School and the Turtle Point Science Center. All other schools were subjected to limited testing. We noted the following matters and included these matters as audit findings in our report in the schedule of state and local compliance and other findings. Finding 2023-1. The Code of Alabama, Section 16837, newspaper, a complete statement of receipts by source and disbursements by function for the fiscal year, and a statement of outstanding indebtedness at the fiscal year end, annually during the month of October. Of receipts by source and disbursements by function, or the statement of outstanding indebtedness for the fiscal year ended 2023 until December 14th, 2023. The board did not have procedures in place to ensure the published financial statements were published in October of 23. As a result, the board failed to publish financial information timely in accordance with the Code of Alabama 837. This finding was previously reported as finding 2022-1. Finding 2022-23-2. The Code of Alabama, Section 16, spend more money in any fiscal year than estimate of income available to that Board of Education for that year, plus balances on hand at the beginning of the fiscal year. At September 30th, 2023, the board's child nutrition program had a cash deficit of $673,208.28. The reconciled cash deficit caused the board resources than were available. The board did not have procedures in place to ensure sufficient cash was on hand before disbursement. As a result, the board spent more resources than were available or received at also noted the following matters, included these matters as audit findings in our report in the schedule of findings and question costs. Finding 2023-3, the Governmental Accounting Standards Board's codification of governmental and financial reporting standards, section 1100-101, provides that a government accounting system must make it both possible to present fairly and with full disclosure the funds and activities in conformity with generally accepted accounting principles, and to determine and demonstrate compliance with finance-related legal and contractual provisions. Boards must have the ability to produce a complete set of financial statements in a timely manner under Title II U.S. Code of Federal Regulations, Part 200. During any fiscal year is required to report the federal expenditures on the schedule of expenditures of federal awards, and to have a single audit. Produce financial statements, including the schedule of expenditures of federal awards, until August 5th of 2025. As a result, a federal single audit could not be conducted in a timely manner. Finding 2, the Governmental Accounting Standards Board codification of governmental and financial reporting standards, section 1100-101, provides that a government accounting system must make it both possible to present fairly and with full disclosure and to determine and demonstrate compliance with finance-related legal and contractual provisions. This requires that the financial statements agree with and are supported by the entity's underlying accounting records, and that the accurate financial statements are prepared. The Escambia County Board of Education was unable to provide adequate documentation to support amounts reported as cash in the general fund due to failure to taxes receivables, resulting in an understatement of assets totaling at least $993,184.68. The board also did not properly record unavailable property taxes receivable, unavailable revenue property taxes, salaries and benefits payable, investments and receivables in the general fund. As a result, in the general fund, assets were understated by section 1100-101, provides that a government accounting system must make it both possible to present fairly and with full disclosure the funds and activities of the governmental unit in conformity with generally accepted transaction in the special revenue fund, including revenues and expenditures totaling $214,573 for emergency connectivity fund program. The board also did not in the amount of $636,930.43 as expenditures on the board's general ledger. Additionally, the board did not record purchases of $619,609.43 in equipment and additions to capital assets. The board did not have procedures in place to ensure all financial transactions were properly recorded and financial statements were accurately prepared. As a result, finding 2023-6, Title II U.S. Code of Federal Regulations, Part 200, specifically 2 CFR 200.313D, source and application of federally funded activities and property records must be maintained to include a description of the property, a serial number, a source of funding for the property, the title holder, acquisition date, cost of the property, percentage of federal participation in the project, cost for the federal award under which the property of the property, and the ultimate disposition data, including the date of disposal and the sales price of the property. The board failed to properly recognize as capital outlay $813,445 fund expenditures. Additionally, the board failed to record purchases totaling $636,930.43 from the Education Stabilization Fund as capital assets. Property records of the board utilization fund. The board failed to ensure the expenditures were properly classified and capital assets were added to the capital asset listing. As a result, the COVID-19 Education Stabilization Funds were not accurately reflected on the property records. We included recommendations to correct the findings presented in our report. The superintendent prepared a corrective action plan, and it is questions pertaining to this audit. Please direct those questions to our main office in Montgomery. And the entire report is available on the Alabama Legislature's website under the Examiners of Public Accounts tab. You and your central office staff for your assistance during the audit process. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate everything that you do to help us, okay? Thank you. Monthly financial report provided by CSFO, Mr. Avery Ford. I think all of us received an email with the financials in it. It's been properly second. All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Action item?
You have to have a brochure to
Not really.
receive, state district motion, that we received that report was presented.
It was presented.
It's within the record that it's presented based on what's on the agenda.
So,
Just don't need to-
And it is uploaded to you, and a video recording was made available to you in your email.
I got
You're talking about the report.
You didn't get the bid?
I did get it, but I'm
Yep.
just saying that the public.
Oh,
Oh,
no, we don't have to accept it. It just has to be presented.
It'll be reflected in the minutes,
Mhm.
the minutes of the next meeting as well.
Just question.
Good question, good question.
all right. Action items, frontline renewals.
I bring to you the renewal for our Frontlines Asset Management in the amount of $1,428.54. Management, that is $17,074.31. They will be paid out of local for a total cost of $28,502.85. These tools are utilized by part of our inventory tracking system, so it's very important that we would have both of these renewed. This is just a renewal.
It's been properly second. All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Number 2, HVAC replacements.
All right, these are some critical areas that we have. The schools, the equipment for Rachel Patterson, Huxford, and AC Moore. This does total in the amount of $100,038.07. It'll be paid out of some of our A&T. There's critical places where we can make sure that we're ready to go for start of school.
Motion to approve.
It's been properly second. All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. IXL renewal.
This is again a renewal. This actually provides us with some savings if we do a 3-year renewal for IXL. We've been using that in it is a screener and a diagnostic tool that helps our students if they have gaps that our teachers can use and assign materials to help them get caught back up on grade level. But also for our advanced kids, it has ACT prep and enrichments and some higher ed. So this is just a continuation. It is for $119,495, but they will bill us yearly. So even though we're getting a 3-year contract, we only have to pay that 1/3 of the cost, and I broke that down for you in your notes. Paid from A&T of 2026.
It's been properly. Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Kids First for Escambia County High.
I recommend this approval of a contract between County High and Kids First. This is going to provide support and coaching to our teachers and leaders to $425. This is paid out of their CSI funds. This contract will allow us to have coaching supports and the resources in the school. We had this.
The new teachers.
New
that's
teachers,
coming in.
absolutely,
That'd be
absolutely,
good.
new teachers
That'd be
and
great.
our existing teachers, but as well for our leaders as well.
It's good.
Motion to approve. Second.
It's been properly second. All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. lighting for W.S. Neal High School softball.
So this item was actually presented to you last month, but the amount was incorrect. We had it as 21,600, and it's actually 23,760. So this is just amending that amount. It is paid out of FY '25. This is for the lighting at the softball field.
How much we, scout
I'm sorry?
the additional?
The quote, the quote was, just, there was an error on the quote, so when we looked at it, we had it corrected and they sent it back to us.
Did you hear that? Motion to approve.
It's been proper second. All in favor? Power School enrollment renewal.
I do bring this request to renew our contract with Power School Enrollment. This is paid out of our A&T, but this is $19,306.40. It does cover us from November to November of this coming year. This is the tool that we use for online registration. So this is.
It's been proper second. All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Fencing at Paula McCall High School.
Some fencing work, securing some areas at Paula McCall, a gate and all that. So there were 2 quotes included. I think, and I noticed it after, so I did remove that second one. It is with a sliding gate. So it was that first quote, you $30.
Motion to approve.
It's been proper second. All in favor? All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Single wire renewal.
All right, so this renewal is very important to AJ and team. But I do recommend this approval. This is a 3-year agreement with Single Wire Informacast. This helps us to manage our phones and our intercom systems. So it is crucial. And it is in the amount of $44,119.47. This will allow us to have emergency notifications, but as well as safety and communications as we use our phones and our intercoms. It is funded through A&T.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Code of conduct.
And as you'll recall, we sat this for 30 days back in the May meeting, and so I just bring this forward to you to get that over to the printer and get that ready to distribute to schools, because I know you can't believe this, but we'll be back in school in less than 6 weeks. Yeah.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Personnel, give you a few minutes to look over and get a motion. Kurt,
Yes.
Mr. Garrett.
As counsel for the board, I certify that we do need to go into executive session. The purpose of the executive session is to discuss general reputation, character.
Central office.
We hope to hear from them next week. They said they have got it being tested.
All right. Let's call this meeting back to order and get a motion.
Motion.
Been proper second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you so much. Next meeting, if we
If
don't
we
have anything.
could have our next meeting on Thursday, July the 23rd, that would be, it would be, currently, I don't know the status on the Bruton Central Office, so I'm gonna stay, I'll say Atmore Central Office right now.
I don't think I'm gonna do
Can make that? Okay,
Okay.
July 23rd,
No, I'm not.
okay. Do we want to try the 30th?
Are you gonna need a meeting before then?
We-
to
we,
hire people?
We are doing really well hiring, so let me say that. So,
Can we do?
we could go to
forward
Monday.
instead of
Yeah, I
Then
mean,
move it up
are you
to
gone that whole week?
Yeah, no.
16th?
Can,
Um,
16?
Huh?
I'm,
Is that too
I don't
early?
think so. The July 16th. I think we're, yeah, that's, the week we have principals. We could do it that afternoon.
Are you gone that whole week of the 20th?
No, ma'am. No, you said you're
leave
not.
on, we leave on the Wednesday.
Could we do the,
21st or 20th?
the 20th? I have a meeting with the judge,
And I think
for
we,
our attendance.
and I,
Can we-
Gone
Yeah.
that whole week? Okay.
because I think she wants to do, it's
So-
a family reunion, but my wife wants to
Understood.
stay a whole
Understood.
week, so
The 16th is a no.
that's good.
What's going on that day?
What's going, do we have something on
Oh,
there? No, I'm gonna be back on the 7th. Yeah. So we can do the 16th. We can do the
Okay.
16th. You can't do the 16th? Okay, can we do the, I can't do the 20th. I have the 13th, I can't do. Yeah.
We don't have to have, the dogs.
We may not have Kevin though.
So are we gonna do it?
14th?
the
You wanna try the
16th?
16th? I'll send it out to you guys and let's just look and see if we can
Okay.
make the 16th work. We are doing pretty well about hiring. We will probably, very likely, need to call something that week before starts, that last week of July. I don't wanna set a date right there that late because I think that'll be our emergencies, trying to get anybody in before August. Okay, so we do have a little bit of time there, but we are doing very well on hirings. Most of our schools have one or two left to hire. And some of them, they already have sent names in to Ms. for our next meeting, but we told them it's the cutoff. We already had waited and given you the last minute, the last. So let's try the 16th, and we'll do Atmore Central Office.
4:30 here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Unless I. You have any updates? We don't know anything. We don't know anything. Okay. Thank you
There.
so much.
There are no further business. Let's get a